Hello, MNHC community. Welcome to Collection Conversations. My name's Alyssa Cornell. I'm the collections manager here. As I touched on last time, today we're going to be discussing wildlife protection acts and how understanding them can help us be better naturalists and be responsible collectors in nature if that's something we're interested in. Wildlife protection acts. There's a lot of them. I won't go through every single one today because that would take forever, and I want you all to stay tuned. We'll touch on just a couple briefly, and we'll also list a more comprehensive group and resources in the caption below. Why so many wildlife protection acts? There has been destructive trade practices, collecting practices. It was detrimental to many species across the globe. So the United States and other nations created treaties and legislation to help mitigate, curb, and then preserve and conserve species into the future. We'll talk about today one that we get a lot of questions regarding, and that is the Migratory Bird Treaty Act of 1918. MBTA protects migratory birds, and there is an extensive list of those birds protected under the act with USFWS, and they are the regulating agency. The protections cover the bird, the nests, and the eggs, and any components of those things. And that means we can't possess them, trade them, sell them, barter them, any other synonym along with those, unless you have the appropriate permitting for them. So the permitting can get more complicated as well as the exceptions. So definitely familiarize yourself with those if bird feathers or nests or eggs is something that you're interested in when in the outdoors. So MBTA is a federal regulation. There also might be local regulations depending on where you live that you should pay attention to. An example for us in Montana is regarding bighorn sheep ram skulls, mountain sheep. Today, you can collect and possess a bighorn sheep ram skull or the horn, but there are steps. You need to report it to Fish, Wildlife, and Parks within 48 hours, and they will inspect it and give it a permanent pin, and you pay the permanent pin fee, and then you can keep that skull. Those things can also change, so it's important to pay attention to the updates. A few years ago, there was a bit stricter regulations on those bighorn sheep skulls. For someone like me who is interested in collecting shed antlers like this one, so I need to know, am I allowed to collect it? And what are the steps in order for me to be able to do that responsibly? My tip is, because there is so much information, focus on ones that you're interested in first, shed antlers for me. There's also other ways to collect. If you don't know if you're allowed to take something with you, you can also take a picture, but definitely don't want to be taking it if we don't know. Check out that information below. Let us know if you have questions. Happy collecting and nature journaling, and we'll see you next time for Collection Conversations, where we talk about what's going on inside of taxidermy.